Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Friday, February 21st, 2025. The sun today is at 2 moving to 3 degrees of mystical magical water sign Pisces. The moon today is moving through the middle, moving toward the late degrees of adventurous and truth-seeking fire sign Sagittarius. A little bit more lighthearted energy than what we've had in recent days, so that's a good thing. The moon, however, is kind of like it's kind of like you're on a river in a kayak today, and you're going to have to kind of steer carefully because there are rapids around and things you could hit, and it's just kind of one of those go with the flow and be aware sorts of days, if you know what I mean. The first aspect that the moon makes is a lovely opposition to Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion, which is the ruling planet of Sagittarius. So the moon in Sag at 11 degrees makes an opposition to its ruling planet, Jupiter, at 11 degrees of Gemini. Traditionally, Jupiter in Gemini is called weak in its fall, but this is actually a good thing. This is like think big and hope for the best kind of energy. That occurs early, 4:09 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7:09 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12:09 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. That also basically says have a plan for today. Be flexible, but accomplish a few things today rather than just drift. That is because the next aspect that the moon makes is a hard square, 90-degree angle to Mercury, the planet of communication, which is sitting at 13 degrees of Pisces. So when the moon gets to 13 Sag, it makes that hard 90-degree angle. 6:53 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9:53 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2:53 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Our minds could be confused or we could be a little tense at that time. And speaking of tension, as we move through the day, the moon makes an awkward inconjunct, 150-degree adapt, adjust, accommodate angle to Mars, the planet of energy, which is slowing down and is about to station, meaning it's been retrograde and it's about to turn direct, so the next few days are pretty intense. Mars ruled energy, of course, can be very conflictual, so you just want to be careful today and through the weekend. 17 degrees Sagittarius moon, Mars 17 degrees of Cancer, 2:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is when it's exact. 5:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:25 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, moon inconjunct Mars. And as we get closer to the evening, you're going to have to steer even better because the moon makes a hard square, 90-degree angle to Saturn, the planet of discipline and structure and just plain hard knocks. 19 degrees of Sag to Saturn at 19 degrees of Pisces. 7:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3:50 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Looks like a tough evening. So, don't expect a lot out of it, but also plan to lose as little as you can, if you know what I mean. Don't get into a situation where you're bound up because this tends not to work itself out well. The moon does make a lovely trine, a flowing angle to Chiron to end the evening, which says that any tension and any bad situations can be resolved. 20 degrees of Sag to Chiron at 20 degrees of Aries. 8:41 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:41 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4:41 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So steer your kayak well today. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, then book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, hey, no matter what.